everyone, today's video we are going to be talking about some makeup that I have. So I watch a lot of YouTube obviously, and I've been thinking about like what kind of videos I wanted to make right now because I took a break during Corona because it was crazy, and now I'm getting back into it. So I was like, what do I want to talk about? And so today I decided I would talk about, I really want to focus on my channel. Let me back up. On makeup I already have. I just realized I forgot something. I don't want to just keep on adding to this like idea of consumerism all the time, especially consumerism from huge brands. So that being said, if you have any like suggestions of small brands that are like indie or like on Etsy or something, so you can, I think it's important, and I think we've seen a lot during this time that like supporting small brands can make a huge difference to these individual people. Whereas like Too Faced, which is what we're going to talk about today, obviously you can tell from the title, they're fine. Like, you know, I'm sure they've had some struggles and they obviously employ a lot of people and stuff, but they're fine. They're fine during this like global pandemic, whereas a lot of smaller brands and indie products and things have shut down, and they've had to because they can't sustain themselves. So John and I have talked about it a lot, and I would really like to put our money in every aspect of our life towards those smaller brands. I shop a lot on Etsy. I've posted about that quite a few times on my Instagram. So I love Etsy, and they actually have a system where they try to counteract the carbon footprint of all of their deliveries. So they're trying to be also really environmentally conscious, which, if you don't know, is a huge deal for me. I am a scientist. I'm a ecologist. So the environment's very important to me, as well as, you know, just thinking about putting my money towards things that I am happier with and more proud of. You know, we have chosen, especially in this political climate, not to purchase items from certain companies because of who they donate money to, and that's not something we agree with. So, you know, I've been trying a lot to be really conscious of where we're spending our money. So if you have ideas or suggestions of like, oh, try this brand, try this. I've looked at JD Glow. I know that they're really popular. And Sydney Grace is also really popular. I just haven't seen anything I really love there. And to say all this, also, I do have an Ulta and Sephora haul coming because they did sales. So I am purchasing from both of those, but I think that's going to be my last purchase from them for quite a while. If I can find something similar or something else I'm interested in trying from a smaller brand, I really want to do that. And instead of giving money to like Sephora CEOs, giving money to like somebody that's working hard and doing something out of their home. So if you have suggestions, let's go. But I don't have that yet. Obviously, I don't have this huge collection of indie makeup. I have some things I've tried here and there, but not a huge proportion of it. So I decided let's talk about one of my favorite brands, and that's Too Faced. And I don't know why I'm so drawn to Too Faced, but I am. I think their packaging is so cute. I like their ideas. I just like them. And I know that Jared has been accused of doing some really terrible things, especially to Nikki tutorials. Not cool with that. So I'm not trying to like, I don't know what I'm trying to do. But I have a lot of Too Faced, and I do like their stuff, and I think they're really cute. So with the mindset that I'm probably not going to be purchasing, or I'm going to strive not to purchase from these larger brands very much. You know, sometimes I might need something, like, I don't know. I would like to try to not. So instead of like rebuying a foundation from Physicians Formula, I only have one foundation right now, if y'all don't know. And I like it. It's this Healthy Skin. But instead of buying this again, I'd rather go on Etsy or to another website and find makeup from like somewhere like that and buy from a small place. I'd like to shop local, for sure, if possible. Then we don't have to worry about like the shipping and stuff. But there's just, as far as I know, there's not a lot of options for that right now. And I don't want to be out spreading my germs everywhere either. So this was a huge long intro. What do you know? I have to chat. Today we're going to be looking at my Too Faced collection. Like I said, I'm just really drawn to them. I think a lot of their stuff is really cute. And I'm going to tell you everything I own from Too Faced and kind of give you mini reviews. ashamedly, some of these products I can't talk too much about because I haven't really tried them. I've only tried them like once. And that's why if you saw my video yesterday, I am starting this Project 10 Uses on my channel. So it's not about using stuff up. It's not about going through my makeup collection and trying to have this really small collection. It's about just like enjoying what I have and saying, oh, I have this, let me use it 10 times, see how I feel about it. Do I want to keep it? Or am I willing to give it away to somebody? Because like I said, I have a friend who's really getting into makeup. And so if I can help her get into makeup and let her have a lot more options without her having to buy all of it, I'm here for that. So let's go. I do also have, I love limited edition things. I just think they're so much fun. So a lot of what I have from Too Faced is limited edition. So let's go into, we're going to do eyeshadows first because I love eyeshadow the most. Obviously, if you don't know, right now I'm only wearing eyeshadow because of the pandemic. I'm wearing a face mask anywhere I go, so I don't want to put makeup all over my face. But I do really like the way today's eye look turned out. I'm a fan. I used the ABH Prism and Riviera palettes. Both of those are in my Project 10 Uses, and I used them today, and I'm really liking what came out, except for my eyebrow shade. I think my eyebrow shade is too warm. Maybe I could have done a hot pink eyebrow. I've never done that, and I don't know why. I have hot pink hair for the next little while until I am going to get married with brown hair, because obviously that's also why I haven't dyed it. That's why my roots are this long, because I'm going to get married with brown hair and I don't want to bleach it again. And my hairdresser told me I can't bleach my hair again or it will fall out. So I listened to her because she tells me things. All right, so we're going to actually get into this video now. 7 minutes later. So the first thing I have is from Too Faced. Okay, obviously it's all Too Faced. It's the Sugar Pop palette. So this, I want to say, might have been my first palette from Too Faced. I remember getting this from when I left Florida to go, because I graduated from college there, and then I was going to move to Savannah, Georgia, for my master's, but it was that summer between, I was living with my mom, and I bought this then, and it was like one of the only makeup things I bought that whole summer, but I really just think it's so cute, and like this shade, Blue Raspberry, you can see I've got a huge dent in it. I just love it. I think it's really nice. I think the quality is pretty good. I can create some cool looks. I don't love these two shades, which is a bummer because they're huge. So I don't love those, but I do like these. This one specifically, Blue Raspberry. I like Bubblegum, though recently it's kind of come off really patchy, and I like Macaron. I do think this will probably be featured in my 10 uses pretty soon because, again, I got this in 2015. So it's 5 years old. So a lot of what I have is, this is unfortunate, and this is one of the reasons why I really changed my makeup buying habits. Because a lot of what I have, like this, I mean, it does look used, obviously, and this has a pretty big dip, but it's still relatively new, and it's 5 years old. And that's gross to me, and I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to stay in that. So I'm gonna try this. You know, like I said, I do really like it. I recommend it. Well, you can't really get it anymore, but I really like it. I think it's nice quality, and I think it was really great when I first got it, but I think it's just getting old. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm not like decluttering anything in this video, but I do think it'll be featured in my Project 10 uses pretty soon, because part of that also is to give things to my friends, but also to see if it's just so old that it's time to be thrown away, which makes me really sad, especially like we were just talking about the environment, and to have these things that I've used and haven't, or that I haven't used enough and they're not gone, but I'm throwing away, hurts me in the inside. So hopefully not. And then I've got one, this is an old one too. This is the Too Faced Smokey Eye Palette. Every year Too Faced does this like 25% off sale around, or they have in the past, I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens this year, around Black Friday, and I buy a lot from them at that point. So I think that's when I got this. This is the Too Faced Smokey Eye Palette. Here we are. This palette is amazing. I've got to show you this silver. It's called In a Flash. Look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. I really don't think you could ask for a better silver eyeshadow than that. I truly don't. Again, this is a very much an older palette. This even has the old packaging. They went from this to these, and now they've updated this packaging one more. So it's old, but it still is performing really well. Some of these mattes, so we have these giant shades that are lighter, these deeper sparkly shades that are like more metallic, and then these matte shades. Some of these mattes are pretty patchy, I will say, but these metallics still perform so nicely. And it's a beautiful palette. I do usually find myself wanting to reach into other things because this is a very dark look. I mean, it's a smoky eye palette, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a smoky eye. You're not going to get something bright and colorful or something that's like very like light. You can if you kind of focus up here. So I do use this more as a companion palette, but I really like it, and I think it's great. And that silver, come on now. So then I have 4 of these tin palettes that Too Faced is pretty well known for. The first is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. They have discontinued this palette. I don't have the chocolate bar or the semi-sweet or the chocolate gold. I don't have those 3. I don't know. I know people love the chocolate bar and it's pretty, but it never like drew me in. And I don't want to be, again, besides like purchasing from smaller brands, I don't want to be that person that just keeps collecting and collecting and collecting. I've been that person and I don't want to get back there. So I don't want to buy the chocolate bar just because it's the chocolate bar. But the chocolate bonbons, I just think it's so cute. I don't like hearts. I don't know why. Like, we were looking at stuff for the wedding, and I was like, I don't want hearts. Like, it's just really childish. Now, we're having Disney-themed everything and Mickey heads, and to me, that's totally acceptable. But hearts, I don't know. I just don't really like it. But I love the color scheme. It's a very cool tone palette. It is pretty neutral, even for me, and obviously, I like a colorful look. But I just like it, and I've come into this recently, like to do some looks, and I just like the way they turn out. I think this is really pretty, and I'm kind of bummed they got rid of it, but obviously it wasn't selling. But it's nice, and I still enjoy it. I very recently posted a look using the Too Faced Sweet Peach, and I'll link that down below in case you're interested in checking that out. I like this palette. I don't know. I feel like I just kind of ignore this whole section, and so like I kind of use it like a 9-pan palette. But I always like want to do like a light all over the lid and then a peach in the crease, and that's just what I go for every time I use this palette, and I don't know why. It's good quality. I mean, it performs well. I do think this Just Peachy shade right here, it's pretty, but it's not great. I mean, look at this shade versus this shade. Like, that's not the same quality. It's just not. So, I don't know. I like this palette, but I just feel like I'm never super inspired by it. I would not purchase this again. Obviously, I can't. I mean, you know, but, I mean, I could, but I don't know. I'm just not as inspired by it as I want to be. Next, we have the Too Faced Clover palette right here. I love this, and people love to just, like, make fun of this Clover collection so much because it's about his dog. But, like, my channel is called Becky Loves Kanga because of Kanga, my dog. And I appreciate that. Also, they gave money to an animal, like, organization. It wasn't a shelter, I don't think. I'm not sure. But they did give money towards a good cause with this collection. And I think that's admirable. I truly do. So, here's the Clover. I mean, like, this is extra cutesy. And, again, it's not super much my vibe. But it's about his puppy, and I just appreciate that, and a lot of people don't, but that's fine. And I think this palette's really cool. I think this is a really interesting collection of shades. These are beautiful. This purple is beautiful. This yellow is not the best. I've done a whole video swatching every yellow eyeshadow I have, and I just feel like yellow must be really hard to make because a lot of times I'm kind of disappointed by it. This green also doesn't give me as much punch as I want. But in general, I like this palette. I think it's really pretty. I think I can get some really good looks out of it. And every time I go in it, I'm inspired. So it's kind of the opposite of the Sweet Peach, where every time I go in it, I want to do the exact same look and I'm not inspired. Here, I'm super inspired. I think John just got home from work, so the pups are real excited. But I'm filming a video, so there you go. And then this is actually the last makeup item I bought before I went on a 2-year makeup no-buy. Almost 2 years. I want to say I got this in like October and it's now August. So, you know, 22 months of a no-buy. John did just get home. That's what we've learned. I think he's going to shower and his bathroom's right there. So he doesn't want to be like walking around naked in my background, which I think, you know, we can all appreciate. Because we have a rule that when we get home, the first thing we do is shower. Just in case we have like any kind of things on our clothes and our hair, on our hands, we shower. Because we don't want to get coronavirus. Especially now, they've done a lot of research with like the lasting impacts and the neurodegenerative implications of getting coronavirus. It's huge and it's terrifying and I don't want that. My brain is very important to me. So this is the Too Faced Gingerbread palette. I was on a no buy anyway, but the extra spicy palette, I don't know why they did that. I didn't think that was great, but this, it doesn't, and it never really did to me. Now it doesn't smell like anything, but it never really did smell very gingerbready to me, which was disappointing because I love the smell of gingerbread. But here it is. It's beautiful. This shade is weird. This Frostbite Me, it's like, I don't know, it's so chunky. Like you can see that. And I've tried to like do it on the lid. See, like that's pretty. I don't know. But this is a beautiful palette. Again, it's one of those that every time I go in it, I just am so inspired. And I don't have very many warm tone palettes. I think this is really one of the only ones I have. So to me, I was like, yeah, I'll buy a warm tone palette. It's Christmas theme. I love Christmas. And it's beautiful. And I do really like this one. Okay, so that's all the eyeshadow I have from Too Faced. Oh, that's not true. I do have these two little singles. And I think these singles are like super duper old. So I actually got these on HauteLook. I used to really like to shop things on HauteLook. But then I realized like almost everything you get on HauteLook, it's like discontinued. It's kind of like shopping at TJ Maxx for makeup, which I don't know. I know people do it, but like it's just not my thing. So these are called Exotic Intense Eyeshadows. I don't know when they came out with these, but this green called Nice Stems, it's super soft. You can see it's broken. Look at that. That and that. That is peak amazing Too Faced quality. And I think people say this a lot. This is not like a novel idea. But Too Faced, when they're on, and it's so good. But then you get stuff like that that's not so good. You know? It just happens. Hello, children. This is Hippo, if you don't know, if you're new. This is Hippocampus. Kanga's right here. She's my baby. Yes, you're my baby too. So, there we go. Now we'll talk about face products. And I don't really have that much on them. I know they came out with the Too Faced like peachy matte foundation that a lot of people liked, and now they have a hydrating version. I've tried their Hangover RX primer, and I do really like that, but it's kind of liquidy. So the only face product I actually have right now is this Too Faced Peach Blur Powder, and I think I'm like one of 4 people that bought this. I've never heard anybody talking about it. If y'all can hear the shower going, John's showering. The dogs needed to come in, I don't know. So, this is like a setting powder. It's almost like, it's similar to like the idea of like the Hourglass vanishing powders, or like ethereal light, dim light, those kind of powders. So that's kind of the idea. I like it okay. So what really happened is I had this, and at around the same time I bought these. These are the Guerlain Meteorites. These are magic. I swear they have like taken pixie dust and put it into little balls and made it these. And these are magic. So compared to that, this just doesn't do that much. It's pretty. It does give like a nice semi-shimmery effect. Very subtle. It doesn't look like, you know, you have like a disco ball on your face. But I don't think I'd purchase it again. You know, it is cute packaging. I can appreciate that. And then we have lip products. So I had one of those Too Faced melted lipsticks, the melted matte ones in the with the doe foot. I had one of those in Candy Cane. I used it up in a project pan, but I loved that. I think that's an excellent liquid lipstick formula. And I was thinking about getting one of the melted metallics for my wedding, because I'm going to do like a shimmery red lip, I think is what I'm thinking. But they discontinued it. I did wear the pink one to my sister's wedding though that I had because it lasts all day. They're great. So I don't know. I'm thinking about getting another one of those for my wedding, not just, you know, for fun. Because we're not buying any more makeup until after the wedding. That's what John and I made that decision. Unless it's for the wedding. So like I said, I might get like a new primer. Like I don't like the concealer I have. So I don't have that melted lipstick to show you because I've used it up. But I do have 2 of these. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just punched Kanga in the face. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So these are like their older melted liquefied lipsticks. They came out with these first, and then they went to the other ones. They do still sell these though, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're great. I have the melted peony, and then this shade is melted chihuahua, which this one was super popular. And they're pretty, but they do dry down really dry, and they can look a little bit flaky on the lips. So like that's not great. Like nobody wants that. So I don't recommend these, but I do really recommend the other melted liquid lipsticks. I think those are great. Then this is an old one. This is one of the Too Faced. I think they're called Le Crème lipsticks. Is that what they're called? I'm not sure. Are you eating something? All right. Well, so this is in the shade Fuchsia Shock. They used to have these and then they got rid of them. And these are like a tinted lip balm. I don't know why I just scrolled that all the way up like you needed to see the whole product. I really like these. I think that it's a really nice like flush of color, but it's got enough pigment. Sometimes, you know, with tinted lip balms, it's like, okay, like why is this not just a plain lip balm? Like it literally did nothing for me color-wise. But this does. This gives you like a decent amount of pigment. So I do like these, and the packaging's really nice. It's like metal and gold. It says Too Faced, obviously. And it's pretty weighty. I just dropped it. So I like this packaging-wise and stuff, but they don't make it anymore. And then last but not least, I have the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Lip Oil Gloss. And this is one of the things I think I've used once, which is embarrassing. I know people like them a lot. I don't really know how I feel about lip gloss. I don't love it. Like people, I know it's really popular and it's like the in lip thing right now, like the lip trend. I just don't think it's that great. I truly like, I don't want, like it's sticky and it gets in my hair, and maybe I just haven't tried enough of them. I don't know. But this is fine, but it's fine. And again, I haven't really tried it enough to know. So this should also probably be featured in my Project 10 uses. But right now I'm only doing eye products because I'm only wearing eye products. But maybe after that. Obviously I know I could just like put on a full face of makeup anyway, but I just think that's a waste. So that's everything I own from Too Faced. Yeah, if you have tried other things, let me know. You can give me recommendations, but like I said, I'm really trying to shop smaller. And so if you have recommendations for that, please share those. If you have like a brand, that's like a small indie brand or something you can get on Etsy or something like that, that you're like, hey, you should try this, let me know. And that's for makeup, but also like skincare, hair care, even clothes. There's a lot of really cute Disney clothes on Etsy. I'm wearing a Disney shirt today. This is Let Your Heart Decide. It's got Jasmine. You want to see it? It's got Jasmine on it. See, she's my favorite princess. So there you go. But yeah, so anything that y'all have recommendations for, I love to hear. But that is everything I have owned from Too Faced, and that's my thoughts on them. So hopefully you found this video like informative and helpful, or just, you know, who doesn't want to just sit and chat about makeup. So that's all I have for y'all. If you all have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave those down below, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.